Lights on. Stream live. Bienvenidos to the morning. Welcome back, gents, to Megan doing another musical tribute. Now, normally I would pick a kind of a classic song that will, captivate you. That will kind of, like literally, like we just did, like the Righteous Brothers. You lost that lots of love and feeling, and that kind of so emotional. So we're gonna go the opposite now. So we're today we're getting a little weird, getting a little nostalgic, and a lot of chaotic, a lot of chaos. So it's gonna be insane. So because we're gonna talk about the current me shuffle, the and this is going to serve two purposes because not only is this we're going to read you a song, but we're going to also talk about the actual series. The Comedy Shuffle is based on, as you can see, the three Stooges. Mo, Larry, Kermit. We're going to go for the original, not Shep or Joe. The song does bring that up, but we're going to talk about the original. Okay. I was born at work one day and I was looking through YouTube and it actually had like a marathon of the week's images. You read it. So I said, okay, I'll check it out. I'd heard about them, but I'd never seen all of their stuff. So it's gonna be a learning experience. So I ever since then, I just fell in love with the how the comedy is, how the slapstick, how it's like even Abbott and Costello. Abbott and Costello, Abbott will hit Costello like really hard, and you think it's really hard. Like why does he have a mark on his face? Same thing with the Stooges. They had a documentary where they talked about how they did their skits and stuff. This was an old documentary. And most that, they did the thumb to the eyes and stuff like that. And, they were very careful, you know. So with that, we're going to talk about the song, The Curly Shuffle by the Jump in the Saddle Band. So let's go and play this song. Because again, it is awesome. It is fun. Let's get it. Wait, that's in the film. Okay. All right. First reaction. This song so far, it is so European, and I love it. You know, then and I don't remember when the original recent just used to play, like when they did these, and I can look it up real quick. If you originally, okay, so the original in the 1930s. Wow. And then he went for a year for they did a whole bunch, 190 short subject films by Columbia Pictures. Wow, from 1934 to 1957. Yep, I'm learning it right now, which is good. Um, from the onset, just watching a few, just like a couple of seconds from it, it is instantly goofy and fun. It is, uh, it doesn't take itself seriously at all. And the funniest stuff that you see, like low lying sideways and the chainsaw coming like at him. You know that's not real, but the way they portrayed it, you thought it was real. And just Curly and Love. Curly was the most awesome member of it because he had such physical comedy. And the other thing is, you know, in real life, he got the most tragic, life. But we're talking about them here now. And the total back the novel vibe, it's insane. The second it starts, you could see it. The second it starts, you already know this is ridiculous. This is chaos. This is amazing because they are insane. The stuff you see them do, it's funny as hell. And let's keep going. And then the band that dedicated to building it, the Jump in the Saddle band, made this song. I actually didn't know about the song until I started with watching the videos, and it came up as a something, like as a little video you want to watch or something like that. So actually, I gotta find out what the hell. Look at the crowds. Um, what, what? Let's see. So, is it crowds? I wonder crowds. I look at the grouse. What is the grouse? Okay, what is a grouse? Okay, we currently how it says, look at the grouse and the grizzly. This often a comedic based reaction to being hit on the head, acting as this mild sequel or nonsensical explanation going with their slapstick behavior. One of the many things it's just such a severe outrage. Okay, so here's just a catchphrase. Hey, look at the picture right there. He is painting a cocoa cloth. He's painting the cocoa. Ah, this song is basically a love letter to Jerome. It's it's him. It's like its song is focused on him, and honestly, that's what makes it work because most of the comic routines, even though Mo and Harry are funny, Harry is the one that takes the most abuse, the one that delivers the comedy, and you could see him in with that. I'm the one that's doing the shit, and the sound effects of no, it's that classic comedy, over the top personality, and not a song is like a mini sketch. It's like a mini comedy sketch. But it's so like uh, you've done musically. Let's be real. This is not your typical. Uh, this is not trying to be a deep, nasty, simple beat, catchy rhythm, repetitive but fun. It's designed to it gets stuck in your head, and it absolutely succeeds. I remember the person that had it like yuck, yuck, yuck the whole time. It is fun. It is crazy. This is one of those songs where you hear it once, you laugh, hear it twice, you're singing it. Third time, you're going to dance. So why could this actually become a hit? I think the nostalgia for your comedy, classic comedy, unique concepts, your entertainment. Sometimes music don't need to be deep. Sometimes it just needs to be fun, and that's it. So it is. It is just fun. It is fun. It is, you know, chaotic when you look at it. It is, it, you know, the pros of it, super catchy. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna keep having it in your head. Funny, unique, nostalgic charm. I replay fun. If that sound, you can listen to it. Fine. You can take this outside, play it, and people will go, actually, listen. You know, it's not for experienced music fans. It can get repetitive, but it's good repetitive. And definitely a novelty track, like, you know, the month and the show, we can take me away from her. Yeah. This is either your vibe or it's gonna drive me crazy. No. So I'm not gonna lie, the song makes me laugh, makes me wanna really go and stuff. It's goofy, it's weird, and honestly, we need more of that sometimes. The final verdict, oh, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. It is insane. It's cool. And like for me, they should have focused more on the originals, like Joe, Chef, even though they were part of it. But yeah, they could have just kept the originals. Is the Curly Shuffle classic or just pure chaos? Both. It is both. It's something you can get into. Now, with that, I'm going to say, like, subscribe to the call. Tell me what your thoughts are. If you like it, yeah. What did you take away from it? You can also listen to it on YouTube. It is on there. So with that, this song makes no sense, but it's on. Tune in again when I do more. Yeah. Take care.